Hello, ladies. I'm sorry, the game is already up and I'm already Googling other things, I say. I'm just double checking that BBC Dance Mat typing still works. Still works, okay. Just because I'm aware that, like, you know how at some point in the past couple of years, Flash got, like, you know, annexed to hell. I was trying to remember if Dance Mat typing was a Flash game or not. And I was like, if it's a Flash game, then BBC Dance Mat typing, educational touch typing, children's game may be dead. But no, it's still there. They'll never get rid of it. I really hope that they still teach it to children in schools. Anyway, oh, Twitch already have audible. Trash. You can't hear me, can you? Trash can't hear me. Oh no. In the meanwhile, I will just simply, I suppose, look at the map and figure out what we need to do today. It looks like there's a door there that we haven't tried. That might be worth trying. Alternatively, I know that on this floor, that room on the right that's kind of like an L shape or like fingers going like that, is the room where, well, what's his face died? Can't remember his name. Anyway, and it's totally my fault. Trash tried, but he's dead. I know that door we tried, but it was like, nope, we should go get the serum. But he's dead now, so, you know, who's to stop us? Right, what I was saying was, I was just looking into whether BBC Dance Mat typing was a Flash game, because if it was a Flash game, it's dead. If it's not a Flash game, it's alive. It turns out it's alive, which means that if I did want to do a BBC Dance Mat typing stream, I could. Because I was thinking about it today. So obviously I didn't stream on Monday because I was busy. And I'm not going to be able to stream this Saturday because I'm going to some friends' like leaving party basically. And then I can stream next Monday and next Wednesday. And next Saturday is when I go on holiday. Hello.
So I'm very close to finishing this book.
I hate that voice so much. I hate it.
I have 200 pages left.
200 is not a lot. You could finish
lurking.
200 in the next couple hours. Good luck. Is this the book that you hate a little bit and have been throwing at walls? Emotionally. Maybe physically. That's valid. Massimo can never die. He can never die. He's simply too powerful to kill. But yeah, I realised that today, next Monday, next Wednesday, are my last 3 streams before I'm on holiday. Yeah, they're my last 3 streams before the 19th of September. So I was thinking how nice it might be to try and do, like, just out of nowhere, a 6-hour stream, where we try and have, like, a different activity every hour, every couple of hours. Like the kind of thing where I could start maybe 6 p.m. and keep going. I'm not sure when I would do that, to be fair. But I think it would be nice to try. And if I did that, I could fit in stuff like BBC Dance Mat typing. Because my speedrun for that game's like an hour and a half, so I could easily do that. And if we were doing that, we could do BBC Dance Mat typing, drinking, brackets, alcohol / whatever, I don't mind, the stream. BBC Dance Mat typing, drinking stream. Sounds fun. I hope so. I'll see if I have the energy to do it, because, I'll be honest, today's been a rough one. It's one of those days where you have a rough time, but like you feel optimistic about the rough time. So you're sat there Googling like reasons to get therapy, and it's like clearly, you know, I'm in a positive mood, an optimistic mood, but it's definitely like Googling therapy reasons. Or the big one that I Googled earlier was non-competitive hobbies. Because I want to find a hobby that I can do that doesn't feel like a challenge. And I don't mean like a hobby that is easy, I just mean a hobby where there is like less of an obvious measure of skill or of winning. I should probably just get back into reading. Book's genuinely one of the most stressful things you've ever read. You feel sick. Just corruption arc things. That's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. That's how I felt when I read These Violent Delights. That felt like a corruption arc. That made me feel nervous and sick. So I have respect. Godspeed. Enjoy your book. Gaming. Hello, party. Gaming. Welcome to Resident Evil streams, where we look at this menu and we occasionally, for fun, also look at the map. I'm feeling quite determined today to just kind of wander around, because, like, if this is the last time I play, and I've only ever saved, like, 14, 15 times, well, who cares if I die, you know? I just don't want to get jump scared. Like, I'm not in a jump scare mood. I don't know if it came about time, and honestly, number one reason to get therapy is because you feel like it would help. I feel like it would, just because I need advice on how to cope with failure. Like, to be blunt, I can't. I simply cannot, you know? Like, I cope better on some days than others. Like, some days I can fail and just sort of brush it off, but, like, if it isn't obvious from watching me play video games, particularly the ones that I'm not, like, good at, I can't cope with losing. And it started to bleed into real life a little, I think, in the sense that, like, the real life equivalent of losing is, like, making a mistake. Or at least that's how it feels. So making mistakes is rough recently. Combined with the fact that, like, so this morning, I woke up at like 9:20 and I had a couple like missed messages and phone calls, but I was like, that's fine. So I got back in bed and I was sat there and I was struggling to fall back asleep, and I was thinking, like, I don't know, I was just thinking about my plans for the next few days, and the idle thought passed through my head of like, oh yeah, and I can't do this activity, like I have to do this activity tomorrow morning because this morning I have a driving lesson. And then I realized, oh shit, I have a driving lesson. So yeah, I had a driving lesson today between 8 and 10, and I simply forgot yesterday. So I didn't set an alarm. So I woke up at 9:20 and I owed a man a sum of money for a thing I did not have, which felt bad. So crocheting, super fun and so brain empty. I really should. It would be nice, you know, like I crocheted a little. It was a thing that we tried at Society a couple of years ago, and I enjoyed it, but even that, I don't know if I will feel like there is a concept of winning crocheting. Like, you can win crocheting by being really good at it, and you can lose crocheting by making a mistake. So I don't know if even with that, like, with reading, the only way to win is to do it the fastest. And that is insane. That doesn't even register as a real form of winning. Like, reading doesn't have a winning, you know? I suppose reading winning is completing my Goodreads, like, goal for this year, but either I will or I won't. It doesn't feel that urgent, I guess. These Fun Delights is one of your comfort books. I mean, to be fair, it has them. Paul and Julian, my toxic beloveds. Even if you get like 2 sessions, feel better already, and that helped. I just need, like, a professional to tell me how to, like, I don't know, how to learn as an adult how to fail. Because, like, I don't think I learned as a child. I think I was popping off as a kid. Like, I did not fail. I simply succeeded. I tried thing, succeeded, and then didn't have to learn from failure, you know? And any failures I do remember from my childhood were, like, one time, this is a social failure, I was, it was like a lunch break, and I was like 7, and a bunch of us were sat around talking, and I remember, like, someone made a minor joke about this one kid, and then I just started piling on and, like, taking it way too far, and making the jokes, like, really mean, until this kid got really upset. And, like, I think a dinner lady was like, hey, why did you do that? That was really mean. Please consider that. And, like, it was the first memory I have of being, like, told off. And it sucked. Like, I remember feeling awful. And I think I learned the wrong lesson from that, you know? Like I learned from failure that failure makes you feel terrible. Someone who's had quite a bit of therapy, it works best when you want it. Like, I do. I tried a little while ago to, like, get some. Because, well, I had a different, I suppose, extension of the same issue, but slightly different. But, like, the place I went through was the uni, and the form was so fucking long. Like, God, the form was long, and it required so much from me, and I just didn't have it. And one thing that held you back was, before you tried it, was, like, the idea of shame. But it's not to say there's anything wrong. It's honestly better to nip these things in the bud. That's what I want. Like, I don't want to just never learn, because I don't know, a lot of advice online from what I googled earlier is like, if you fail, you just need to, you know, take a step back, take a breather, and like, I don't know, I suppose accept that you will fail, but that feels like the end of a process, you know? Like, the concept of being able to step back and accept that you can fail feels like the end goal of therapy, right? Like, that doesn't just feel like, you know, advice number 1, you feel bad when mistakes? Have you tried feeling less bad? Like, thank you, Quora and Reddit. I mean, to be fair, I probably shouldn't have gone to Quora or Reddit for an emotional issue. I don't feel angry, I suppose. In fact, I rarely feel angry. Maybe I should feel more angry. Maybe if I increase the anger and tone down the sad. Hobby that makes for a good outlet but doesn't pit you against another person. That would be good. Like, I mean, even video games. I love video games. But I've been struggling recently with the feeling of, like, bad. Like, even when I'm playing a game on my own, it sometimes feels like I'm losing the competition of be good at game. You struggle with your reading habits where if you're not reading lots, you feel very low. That sucks. It's hard, but like, that's the thing with hobbies. The whole point of them, right, is to enjoy them. And like, video games, reading are my hobbies, but video games can make me feel very low when I feel like I'm failing. Whereas you can't really... The only way you can fail reading, I suppose, is when you set yourself goals of, I'm going to read this number of books, or when... Yeah, like that kind of thing. Which I suppose, you know, it could be an explanation for the low feeling, that if you have yourself... If reading is your hobby, and a goal you set is to read often, when you're not doing that, for whatever reason, for whatever healthy reason, it feels down, you know? Julian Kinney is a vibe. What's awful is that, like, I love Julian in that book, and Paul makes me anxious. And maybe that's the point, like, because you sort of see Julian from Paul's perspective, but dear God. Julian, bestie. Paul, martial art or boxing. With those, you never have to spar with someone if you don't want to, just do drills. But even with that, I'd be bad at it. I'd be bad and feel bad. Which I know is a massive assumption. Like, maybe there's a martial art out there that if I just practiced enough, I'd enjoy and be good at. So it's a bad assumption I make. But anything where... I suppose non-competitive hobbies isn't the right word. More like low-skill hobbies. Like, reading is low skill. And I don't mean that, like, reading isn't valid. I just mean reading is low skill in the sense that if you can read and you enjoy it, and you can access books, you can do that, and no one can be better at it than you. It's almost just that some people will enjoy it more than you, some people will get more out of it than you, but there's no, like, you know, no one's a bad or a good reader. Like, it's just a thing. Whereas it feels like lots of things, like, I don't know, like some video games, not all, it feels like you can be bad or good, and it feels like bad is bad. Charity Mind, they've helped so much. Yeah, I might look into a charity thing, because the uni form is awful. Like, I might try at least the uni one first. I know I've said before it'd be hit or miss, and the sign-up is a pain, like, you had to change GP for it. At least I don't have to change GP. Like, my GP is fine. Like, nearby as well. But yeah, the form is long. I think I'm in a better mood now to do it, you know? Like, before I was in a bad enough mood where I looked at that form, and even though I acknowledged that it was a thing I wanted, completing it just felt like too much. Whereas I don't feel that way as much now. Like, this time around I've put it on my to-do list, which makes me feel like it's the thing I'm actually going to keep in my mind, I suppose. Reddit bad. Reddit's so bad. Slime Rancher is very therapeutic. The sequel's coming out soon. Yeah, Slime Rancher or, like, I suppose Stardew or maybe Sims. Like, games where you can't really be good at it or bad at it. Like, you can if you play it competitively, but inherently, like, Slime Rancher is a single-player game where you do silly little tasks, and winning is enjoying, you know, rather than being good. I think it's more feeling less sad when you lose a thing and rather recognize that you feel sad because of losing, but you have the power for self-improvement. Yeah. Shut up, phone. Go away. Yeah, like, I do not have to permanently be a person that cannot cope with losing. I suppose I just, like, have to learn from scratch. And not completely from scratch, you know. It's not like I've never lost in my life. It's not like I lived 21 years and only in the past couple months have I lost things or failed. It's just, I suppose it didn't really... They felt tiny. Like, they felt so minimal. See, now my complaint is just like, the first 20 years of my life was so incredibly easy. Winning every day. But that's kind of how it felt. Like, I felt like I was just winning at things. Competition of stuff, I was just winning. And that's insane, because in the past 2 years, I've played Hollow Knight. And I was shit at Hollow Knight at the beginning, and I improved. And, like, it didn't feel like failure back then. Reading's how you relax and consume media, so when you don't do it, you just feel so exhausted. Yeah, which is fair, because, like, I don't know, I definitely think you put a lot... Like, if you have a percentage of media consumption hobby, I feel like a massive percent of yours, Trash, is reading. Whereas reading is maybe, like, 50% of mine. And then actually I'd put a solid, like, 30% into TV. And then, like... Actually, I watch a lot of YouTube. It's like maybe 40% YouTube, 30% reading, and then like 30% TV. And then I do watch a movie occasionally, but like, shh, that doesn't count. And I suppose it's harder to, I don't know, when you have a more of a distribution like that, it's harder to get that feeling, because if I spend a while not reading, I'm probably watching more YouTube or TV, so it kind of alternates. Paul is bestie. Paul hurts me. Paul hurts my feelings, personally. What about building something like Lego or Gundam? Honestly, yeah, like, a physical task that's, like, step-based. And ultimately, you can't win or lose Lego, right? Like, you can assemble it wrong, but then you just restart, and it's not too bad. And you get a really cool end product. I mean, Lego, like, flowers, or they have, like, Lego bonsai trees. Those are cool. Imagine trying to do that form for mental health really bad. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this uni form, I swear to God, it was like, you had to scroll several times. There were several sections. It asked for so much information. And a couple of lines were about, like, really, were asking about certain, like, mental health feelings. And avoiding saying them, like, basically asking, is your mental health feeling really low? And it just occurred to me that, like, mine isn't feeling that low. But anyone who is has probably given up on this form because of how mentally draining it is. And they gave up like 3 paragraphs ago. Like, before we even get to that point, they've stopped because they can't do it anymore. Like, it's a terrible... Like, there should be a button right at the beginning, which is, I'm feeling too awful to even begin to do this. Please. Like, and to just be able to, like, fast track it, you know? Because if you're, like, feeling like me, you can complete that form. Like, it is not as much mental, like, process. But if you're not, like, if you're feeling worse, Jesus, that's hell. No, I know what you mean, absolutely, Party. You're in a similar position of, like, you know you should reach out, but, like, the process of actually doing so is very intimidating. Like, you want to inquire about maybe getting meds for anxiety, because while therapy is helpful for the most part, most of the time you can cope okay, but especially recently, and after talking to some friends who also take medication, you feel like having that would be beneficial for you to get by day-to-day basis. I mean, absolutely. I think my mum has taken anxiety meds at different points, and, like, they've helped her. Not so much now, because a lot of her anxiety is tied to, like, the menopause, so it's rough, because when she takes anxiety meds now, it treats, like, the symptom but not the cause, and the cause has other effects, you know? But, like, they absolutely have helped her. And I know, like, certain kinds of therapy, they don't help everyone, but you don't know till you try. And I suppose the risk with medication is that some people do sort of say afterwards, like, yeah, that was a bad one, because there's a lot of medication for, like, anxiety, and it's so variable, I think, how it affects different people, that you can try one and it can make you feel bad, but then you try the next and it's like, holy shit, this is really helpful. But the process of doing that is intimidating. And I mean, I'm talking about the intimidation of filling in a long form. Like, I can only imagine how many more steps there are when it comes to medication, but like it would be beneficial, you know? Like, it's worth doing, and when you're in a position to like start that process, hopefully once you've started, you've got the ball rolling, it should just be, you know, onwards from there. The first bit is always the hardest, like for everyone, I think. You look at that really big form or the really big concept and it's like, oh, Jesus, how do I, and then it's too much. Too much thing, too little spoons. It was like 70% gaming, 20% YouTube, 10% movies. You don't read much, but you think you'd like manga or comic more than books. Manga and comics are just faster, I suppose. And also manga and comics, you get to enjoy like a story and like visual art. Whereas books, it's all story, I suppose. Like I've been loving the Twilight Princess manga a lot. Like that's been so, like, I don't know, it's been nice to get through. Because as much as I like Brandon Sanderson, those books are hefty. Like, you're reading all story for like 1,000 pages before you get to the end of like a book or like an arc. Whereas Twilight Princess, like, not only does each of those books go by really fast, but every book is made up of the different chapters and the different steps. It's great. You had a bit of JoJo's Stone Ocean manga and it's really good. Oh yeah, particularly because JoJo's has like a really good art style. Like, really good. The Twilight Princess art style is really good as well, but like JoJo's is particularly aiming for a very specific like vibe, and I think it does it wonderfully. 80% reading, 10% YouTube, and then 5% for TV and gaming. Yes, that's like majority reading. I put a lot less into things, I suppose. Well, I definitely put probably the same amount of time and energy into reading as I do TV and as I do YouTube. It's just that I only sort of really engage with them one at a time. So like I'll go through a period where I'm reading a lot and watching a little bit of YouTube, and then I'll watch a lot of video essays and maybe a bit of TV, and then I'll watch like a lot of TV and I'll read Twilight Princess manga on the side, and it just kind of alternates. It's just getting it started because mentally you've not been the best, you just feel so exhausted taking that step as Ralph. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that being in a position where you need to take that step and like get medication or like therapy, it sucks that when you need to take that step, you're often at the point where taking that step is the hardest, you know? And it really sucks that there's no way to, well, I say there's no way to make it easier. There absolutely should be. These processes shouldn't be so daunting and so like, what's the word? Like so bogged down in forms and appointments and stuff that makes it draining. Also, hello Curie, hello. We are technically playing Resident Evil, but we're also talking about I suppose like seeking therapy and things like that. and also the percentage of time we put into hobbies and how that affects us. I guess. If you want to use the uni service, I would really recommend doing it early because obviously the waiting list gets longer. Yeah, like it's on my to-do list. I might get to it tomorrow. But to be honest, tomorrow my plan is to try and... Well, I need to get up out and early tomorrow anyway because I've got a thing that I'm doing at like 10, I think. 10, I think? Maybe 9? I don't remember. One of those 2 times. James knows. JoJo Art Style, my beloved. It's so unique and colourful. Anime's the same. Lines of song true. I wish I could draw like Araki. No one can draw like Araki. Like, I'm torn between the two mentalities of, you know, if you wanted to get into art, you absolutely could. Art is 100% practice. But also, Araki. Araki special. No one can do Araki like Araki. You'll binge a show or play lots of a game at once, but reading is like a constant. Yeah, like, that's your constant in the background, always reading a book thing. That's fair. For me, I suppose that's YouTube. I'm always at least watching a little bit of YouTube. But saying that, YouTube's been shit recently. There's like no good YouTube. I think I've ran out. You've been meaning to do it for so long, but you're just like, oh, I'll do it after uni, then after graduation, then after funeral stuff, then after new shift schedule. Yeah, I mean, the brain is absolutely, yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's something similar that I did with the filling out the like uni therapy, like counseling form, is that when I was feeling really bad, I was like, I'll do that later. Like, I didn't even set a goal. I was just like, later. And then as I started to feel better, I was like, oh, I guess I won't. I guess I don't need it. And then I suppose I've realized over the past like day or two that actually underlying problems for me just kind of dip below the surface, but constantly feel like 5 bad minutes away from just coming back. But it's hard because it's so busy being an adult, and these processes are so mentally and time-wise consuming that it is incredibly easy and often feels so natural to just be like, well, I'll wait until this one big time and energy consuming thing is done. And the issue is that they're never done. They just keep happening. You want to try to Korean keyboard your phone, and now your phone or Google account is in Korean and you can't figure out how to undo that, so you're learning Korean. Keep at it, Curie. Put a good couple days into it and then your phone will be fixed. I'm sorry about that, Curie. I mean, at least if you learn enough, you should at least be able to, like, fix your phone and your Google account, right? Like, you don't have to become fluent to do that. You just need to, because it's Korean, you need to at minimum learn how to read the script, right? Because once you've learned how to read the script, you can put it into Translate on maybe like a computer or something. I really can't draw at all. That's arguably the thing that I'm all-time worst at. And how much practice have you put into it, Party? No, that's valid. Me neither. Me neither. But it's... Drawing, for me, is like playing the guitar. It's a thing that I would love to be good at, but I'm not. I'm, like, less than mid, but I also haven't put in the practice, so I feel okay about that. Like, I don't feel competitive about art or, I suppose, instruments, because, you know, I can play the ukulele, and I'm a lot worse than a lot of people, but I've put in a lot less practice than a lot of people, and I enjoy it anyway. And I just wish I could apply that to other things. You know? I wish I could apply that to playing video games. Like, I wish I could feel like, you know, I'm a lot less good at Resident Evil, but that's okay, because I've put in a lot less practice, but I can't. Like, being bad at game... I have put in a lot less practice, to be fair. Like, I've got like 6 hours in this game, and most of it, obviously, is spent like this. Because scary game make me so nervous that I just sit here and chat and don't play it. You already spent 2.5 weeks to read 300 pages and then just read 200 pages out of nowhere yesterday. I mean, even with a hobby that you do all the time, that is your, like, background default hobby, even then you're going to have times when you race through stuff and times that you don't, you know? You absolutely will. I'm just hoping that it'll hit for me at some point soon. Because I really need to finish Arcanum Unbounded before I go on holiday. And I also really need to buy Rhythm of War before I go on holiday. Because I didn't realise it was like a 2-part big books, and I think if you give me a week in a different country, and then a week in a different part of the UK, I could read them. I could do it. Watch me. You already know the alphabets, you might as well learn the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, no, good point. Good point. And I mean, if your phone's broken like that, I guess you just have to. There's no other way about it. I'm with you. Very fun to learn Korean. Very fun. I've heard that the alphabet's pretty comfortable once you know it, like, relatively intuitive once you've got it. Which is fun, because I look at, like, the Korean alphabet and I'm like, I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's going on. But I can read, like, hiragana and katakana, which are obviously, like, less visually complicated, you know? I can't read kanji, and this is all Japanese. Kanji suck. I hate kanji. Kanji, my beloved. Used to be in first place at Bad Film Suck. And your art was very good. Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm like okay actually at looking at an image and copying it. Like, I'm really not bad. Like, do I have the image of Shrek that I drew? Hold on, I'm looking for this thing. I'm not good at art from my own brain, but I actually fine. If you make me have to come up with something, like, I'm gonna have to copy something. It's not terrible. Like, see, that's not terrible. That's Shrek, if I've ever seen him. And then that's the thing I drew that I won a competition for. It's a really cursed rat. And, like, these things aren't bad, but, I can't not just copy, you know? If I copy, I can do a shitty wibbly version of the thing, but it's still recognisably the thing. I did a really good, Lightning McQueen once as well, saying ka-chow. In fact, 3 times. I went through a phase. who hated art school because they made us draw really boring shit, and then also 9/11 for some reason.
Go growl.
Hello?
Melu. Growl or growl. Melu, look out.
Oh no!
It's a zombie.
Oh no! Where's the
They're wishing
zombie?
you a
Where is it?
RMDB.
I swear to God, I'll shoot it. I'll shoot it right now. Look at her go. They're wishing me a Humpty Bumpty. Thank you for the bit, Corvus. I'm truly sorry. We are playing this game, but we're having a chat. This game makes me nervous. This is the game. Sorry, what am I talking about? This is the game. So this is Resident Evil 1. We look at the map and we figure out what's happening. That is weird that they made you draw 9/11. They made us do a devised piece of theatre based on 9/11, which is a weird thing to ask 12-year-olds to do. Although we might have been 13, and that's less strange. At least they gave you a manga project. That's more fun. They made us do self-portraits and draw flowers. And again, the only time I enjoyed like GCSE art, like secondary school art, was when we were allowed to copy things. I need running commentary of your reactions in your DMs. Do not worry, I will. If I am sat on a beach reading a book, if I have a feeling, I will just grab my phone and let you know. Not to say you had no interest in 9/11, but it felt weird to try and convey the horror of it in year 8, you know, definitely. Particularly to people born around that time, like, it feels like a weird thing to introduce to children via the medium of art. You know? Anyone else get that feeling? I get that feeling. You're drawing me happy with it in the moment, but the moment you look at it again, you're just... I mean, at least you're drawing. You're drawing, you're practicing, and every time you draw something new, you know, you might have that feeling every time you look at it, but every time you make something, you're learning something new. And I say this hypocritically, because I pretend... I feel like I'm incapable of learning new things. Oh no, Curie. Oh no, the Korean keyboard has got you. Curie, I don't know what you're saying. Right, I'm Google translating that because if it's a friendly message, I'd like to know. When you Google that, it just brings up the Pokemon. The Pokemon Wynaut? Wynaut? What kind of secret message is this? Thank you. Thank you for that, Curie. Thank you very much. Seeing Wynaut has made my day. That's the one where they made us do Mad World. Yep, they played Mad World. They showed us, like, pictures taken of 9/11, and they were like, okay, now make a piece of theatre. Imagine being old enough to remember it happening. Haha, couldn't be me. You were a kid, Corvus. You were a child. Don't pretend you were that much older. Like, to be fair, I'd only been alive for about 7 months. But, you know, you'd only been alive for, like, a few extra years. Like, a big couple, you know? Primary school, you did a drama piece about Anne Frank. That's when your weird CV school told you off for saying, oh my god, as if that was the worst part about the whole thing. That's so weird. Although, I feel like they also made us do, like, art and performances and stuff about World War II. The thing that my school loved at primary school, teaching us about and making us do weird creative things with, was, like, how during, like, evacuations in World War II, a lot of children were sent to the countryside. God, they rammed that down our throats. Constantly. Can you make curse drawings emotes sometimes? Wait. I can try. I can make you an awful... Hang on, let me add that to my list then. Because we have so many emote slots, we might as well. You're right. Let's add that to my to-do list. I'll make it high priority and everything. Shrek drawing. That's good. What's any last thing I drew because it's a character from the book I'm reading? Oh, the Book of Pain. The book Sad. Book Feel. See, that's so good, Trash. That's so good. Victor Akadra, is that? I love, like, the swirling mist. I love that a lot. And the armor. The armor is very cool. Very good job. Very good. Particularly if that wasn't, like, if that was drawn from your brain, that makes it even more impressive to me. Because, like, say, I can draw cursed artwork based on things I've seen, as long as I'm looking at it. Like, as long as I'm basically making a copy, it's fine. Anything else, I'm screwed. Not like eyeballs. Total Chab Wobbuffet. That's one of the Team Rocket Pokemon, right? You hate. The ominous ticking in the game is spooky. Yeah. We should play. I don't want to play the game. Video game, my beloved. Let's just play, and if we die, we die, you know? Like, it's okay. Who cares? No one's like, this is not a competition. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna combat my fear of losing one walking through Resident Evil at a time. I am going to have to keep checking the map, though. I can't combat my lack of checking the map. I can't combat my over-reliance on the map. That simply cannot be done. Wait, so this is the door I've never tried. And this just straight up, I'm allowed in here. I've never tried this door. What the hell? What the fuck is this? There's an inscription. A tiger glowing with blue and yellow light. What the? With blue and yellow light? Like, we have a blue gem somewhere. This really is a big boy. How long's he been here? Hi there, buddy. What's going on in here? I mean, hang on. There's definitely something secret here, you know? I would not know what to do there. Watching Goodnight Mr. Tom at least once a year at school. Be like, I never watched Goodnight Mr. Tom. I don't think they ever did that. We did watch Warhorse, though. We definitely watched Warhorse. You're part of a collective dance project about World War I that was actually so cool. You got to perform at a big theatre doing contemporary dances on crutches. Okay, damn. We love a collective dance project about trauma that happened years ago. I'm glad, that sounds cool. Oh, and the pose and stuff you used was based on a reference of one photo of Lee Pace in the Thranduil. Oh, I see. I see. No, that is excellent. In that case, you managed to... Yeah, I mean, the armor is perfect. We love Lee Pace. If you haven't seen The Fall with Lee Pace in it, then please do. If you love him, you love that deceptively sad art film. I might add that to my list. Just because I do love Lee Pace. Has anyone seen Pushing Daisies? Please? People have seen Pushing Daisies, right? Please? Pushing Daisies was a vibe? Excellent. I watched it at too young an age and it gave me a permanent fear of death. But I also love it. Like, I rewatched it recently because my mum got the DVDs and I watched season 1. And God, it is maybe one of the sweetest, most romantic shows. Even though it gave me an overwhelming, overbearing, traumatic fear of death as a kid. As an adult, it's adorable. It's adorable. It's so cute. The author's casting choice would be Richard Armitage. No, that's Simon Armitage. Sorry, I hear the word Armitage and I think of the poet. Why are we pushing daisies? Leave them alone. They don't need to be pushed. We're pushing them because they've been bad. No, it's the premise of the show is that there's this guy who can touch a dead thing, and if he touches it, he can bring it back to life. You know, similar to this zombie game we're playing. But yeah, if he touches it, he can bring it back to life. And the only downside is that if he ever touches it again, it will die permanently. And also, if he leaves it alive for more than like 60 seconds, something else in the area dies. So it's not like he can just constantly bring things to life as long as he doesn't touch them, you know? Oh, it's this room. This room that I have no idea what to do with. With the scary plant. Do we have like... We should probably go check on like a box and see if we have anything that might work. Only flowers? No, people. And the whole show is basically that he works with a detective and he and the detective solve crimes by touching the dead thing, getting clues, and then basically just solving crimes the normal way because they always get really shit clues. But the main bit is that in like episode 1, he's also a pie maker, yeah, and there's a whole thing where like he always has fresh fruit because he buys dead fruit for cheap and then brings it back to life and then just like cooks with gloves on, I guess. So people are always, he has like the freshest fruit because when he touches dead fruit, it is the most alive, I suppose. And the whole thing is that his like childhood sweetheart dies in a tragic like cruise ship incident, a tragic cruise ship murder. And he is called in to solve her murder and like brings her to life and then can't bear to like put her down. So he lets her live and then, like, can't ever touch her. He can't ever touch her, for if he touches her, she will die. Zoe Deschanel. Is she? She's not played by Zoe Deschanel. Is she? She's not. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. You're wrong. She's not played by Zoe Deschanel. You're not. She's played by an actress that looks like Zoe Deschanel. I'm gonna Google actresses that look like Zoe Deschanel. We'll find her. We'll track her down. Or I could just Google Pushing Daisies actress. That would definitely be easier. No, she's played by Anna Friel. Anna Friel! The first lesbian kiss on UK television. That's information I have in my brain. I think. Yeah, the first ever pre-9 o'clock watershed lesbian kiss on British television history. Good for her, good for her. We love Anna Friel. Your home internet is shit. Watching streams like watching Pokemon episodes split into 5 parts in 140p and buffering in 2010. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, that's so rough. Well, on the plus side, we're like barely playing this video game, so everything's fine. Right. We're gonna pump the water to red. This does that. And then frankly, I don't know what that does. Like, if it's water, surely what we would need is like electric rounds. Like, I thought that all of this water was electricity, but it's not. So maybe actually what we need to do is, do we have like electric rounds or something? Maybe I've got to use fire rounds and the water has nothing to do with any of it, you know? Maybe the water is completely irrelevant. In fact, that's likely. This corridor's done as well, so there isn't... And we've been through that door. In fact, that door is near a typewriter box. We should go through that. Moving them to your house. So where is it? It's round the corner. Probably gonna have to kill a thing. Zombies everywhere. Oh no, wait, this is the corridor where we've killed everything. Amazing. We're free and happy now. We get to live. Touching becomes a living thing, JoJo reference. Only can touch a thing that has died. I don't think there's a limit on like when it died though. Like, I think it can have died ages ago, recently. Incendiary shells. Maybe. Do you think the best way to kill a plant is to set it on fire? Or to acid it? What do you think? What are we feeling is the vibe? Either way, we would need a shotgun, which we don't have. Let's look at the shotgun. How would we fix you, buddy? Maybe there's another use. Well, there was a fixed shotgun somewhere. I know there was because we all saw it, and I just don't know where it is. Maybe we should go find it, and maybe the best way to find it is to simply Google it. Resident Evil 1 shotgun room. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, maps. I love Google. Throw Zooey, Ooey, Gooey, Oopa for years. They look the same. The Zoe Deschanel and her millions of lookalikes, they're everywhere in the world. When the fuck did I say I will duel you in the midnight streets? That's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. Right, so it's in that room on the bottom floor. The room told you to get the gun off the wall? I think so. I didn't have room in my inventory, so I was just like, it's fine. What are you saying? Shh, everything's okay. In that case, let's head out. Do we want to get the blue gemstone as well? I'm gonna try and get the blue gemstone and see if I can put that in the lion boy. Because I can't see how this wouldn't work. I simply cannot. I think the lion wishes to eat the gemstone. Hee hee ho ho ho. This corridor is done as well, I think. It was a tiger. Tigers and lions are like basically the same thing. Big cat. Unless there's also a lion. No, I know. I think it's just the tiger. You're right about that. And then I would need to turn right. This way is right. This is the tiger room / lion room / bear room. That's a lot of sugar party. Congrats. There's an inscription, a tiger glowing with blue and yellow light. So, like, I don't see anything more blue than a gemstone. I popped off. Yeah, I'll take the shotgun shells. I popped the fuck off. I'm so smart. I'm not going to question how we got that how we got that into the tiger, considering that the gemstone looked pretty big and also did not seem eye-shaped. Also, as far as I'm aware, we've never found a yellow gemstone. So we'll figure that out when we get to it, you know? Gosh, the shadows, that... Wait, hold on. That's relevant? Off to the shadows. Is your book Shadows related? I'm so sorry that you got disturbingly atted by I think a command that you wrote, Trash. Did you predict this very moment right here, right now? I think you may have. Oh, well, see, there's a zombie there. You see on the floor? I'm sure he'll get it one day, Corvus. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm seeing an unnerving lack of zombies. There is an unnerving lack of zombies. If it helps, I'm also absolutely terrified. I'm terrified enough I'm going to save again. Even though we've done nothing. But, you know, I'm never going to finish this game. I'm simply going to play as much of it as I can today and then stop. Because I can't. It's too draining. It's too draining on the soul, you know. So we'll do what we can. So no zombies? Not so far. Although I think that's because the area we were just in, I think I may have burned a lot of them. I think I may have burnt a lot of them to crispy bits. Right, so the shotgun room. I think this corridor that I have to go down and turn left, it's either fine or it's the corridor where there's a shit ton of them. And I honestly can't remember. So we'll give it a go. Also, we don't have any oil on us, do we? We don't. That's fine. But yeah, there's a corridor where we went into it and then like 3 or 4 zombies spawned. And I just didn't deal with it. So now they're there forever. And I kind of have a feeling it's this corridor. But, like, I'm gonna just take the earphone out and we'll just live with it, you know? It might not be this corridor. No, we're fine. This is the one the dog came out of. This corridor isn't gonna hurt us right now. It might be this corridor, though. Actually, to be completely fair. In fact, I think it's this corridor. Yeah, it's definitely this. It's definitely this corridor. See? Bastard game. See? And there's just going to be another one. And it's just going to wake up. No, this one might actually be dead. Bleeding pretty heavily. And then we take a breather. You wrote that command so long ago, yet somehow you knew. It was just something you felt in your body, in your soul, in your heart of hearts, in your heart of the cards. Preparation is still not enough. Preparing for like years. Like the lurk command was made in 2020. 2020. You've known for 2 years. Somewhere in your heart, Trash. So no headshots? I can't make headshots. If I aim up, I think I'll aim at the ceiling. That's fine. We're going to take this one step at a time. One dead thing at a time. Because I think there's a shit ton in this area. Also, did we go near a box? Because I'm gonna have to heal, you know? the last box was ages away. Do we just bet that we can do it? I mean, we probably can't. And that's okay. Hang on, you're definitely gonna get up. And if you do get up, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you in the head. Yep, see? See? Uh-oh, bestie. Looks like somebody is dead. I may have overkilled on that one, actually. Don't get your knife. No. No. Bullet, good. Gun, good. Gun shoot, me far away. Me shoot far away, gun shoot, good. I should never have to be near them. I will burn through as many bullets as I have to, okay? I will. I'll do it. You will never stop me. Because I think there's more. How do I know if I'm... Okay. At least these guys, At least these guys seem to stay dead. Right? Like, they're not getting up. Right? This is fine. This is absolutely fine. And we will just, we'll reload again. We'll reload again. Just simply play Yakuza Dead Souls. The zombie's been up instead. Isn't that the one that's really hard to get access to? And is kind of terrible? Okay. So far, no one else. And I need to take the first door to my left. And there's going to be no one in here, right? Zombies can't use doors. Right? That's right. They simply find the doors too confusing. Knife them and find out. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not knifing anything. Screw you. Right, and there's a shotgun there. And I can't carry it. Wait, is that a knife? Can I have that? Is that a defensive item? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, hold on, Curie, did you do it? Wait, you think your phone is actually messed up, you did it and you wouldn't go back? Korean is stuck, you don't even have the keyboard? But you think you fixed it? I'm so glad you fixed it, Curie. I'm so sorry that happened as a problem. Curie 1, technology 0. If you have, I don't know if you have a laptop, but if you wanted to, like, learn Korean and, like, do it via having a keyboard, you can get, like, keyboard IMEs on a computer, like, reasonably easy. Like, I have a Japanese IME, and you basically just download it and you add it to, like, your character packs or something. And it might be better than a phone. It might be less likely to go wrong. Me shoot good. Me shoot far away. Bullet me good. It would be nice if there was something, like, healing itemy in this room. I guess I'll just click everything. Something was burnt here? Ew. Pitch stands, nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. I know there's a shotgun, we can't pick it up. I'm in agony. I'm simply in agony that I cannot pick that up. What about you? An ashtray. What if I took up smoking? Damn it. Can I drop it? This is so stupid, because what I want to do is I want to take that off the wall and put the shotgun there because I don't trust it, you know? Like, I don't trust that this isn't a trap. But I guess, because I'm Wawa, I'm going to have to come back here. On the plus side, I don't think I can get to that typewriter box room. Like, I think the door's broken in that way in. Hold on. Also, let's catch up with Twitch chat because already there's a bunch of things I've missed. PS3 exclusive was laggy. PS3 so it just runs terribly on an emulator. I guess I could just get a PS3. That can't be that hard, right? That's easy. Bitter sent you a DM earlier that just said, I just need you to be in pain, to be honest. They're not sorry. Bitter, you should be sorry. Like, at least a little bit, right? You like, a little bit apologetic. Even as a joke. Even if you go, I'm sorry, and then you go, JK/J, and then you just keep adding /Js until you can't figure out which bit's the joke. The gameplay is mid, the stories are campy, sort of fun, and the playable cast is just pure fan service. Like, it was the first time you could play as Majima. That's cute. But it's more the kind of thing to maybe try and watch other people play, if you can find, like, a playthrough that uses an emulator that isn't too laggy. You feel the same way when other people read it. Oh, so it's like a cursed book, Bitter. Like, it's painful to read, and you love it, and then you have to make other people read it so that you can suffer together. That's valid. It was simple, obvious, actually, but the thing is it shouldn't have put your phone in Korean in the first place. You had to look somewhere else to find the language thingy, but you're smart, so you managed it. Good, I'm glad you did. Hopefully if you wanted to set it up now, like, you've been able to undo it, so it should be easier this way around. Oh, so hello, Omicron, hello! How's it going? We're playing a horror game, but I'm easily scared, so, I've been playing this game for 3 streams, and I spend most of my time looking at this menu, or this menu, and there isn't really an in-between. I get very distracted. But that's because it's scary. Zombies appear, and I'm really bad at shooting them. Like, if I was really good at shooting them, I'd obviously just be less nervous. But as it is, I'm terrible, so I get all spooked. Right, I think if I go through this door, there's also going to be zombies. And to be honest, if there are, I might just leave. I might just turn around and leave. Okay, so far, nobody. Wait, I can go through this door? Oh, shit. Did I mean to go through this door? Is this what I wanted? It's kind of what I wanted. Kind of. Like, I needed to get to a save room to put this away. But still. Well, first of all, we can't save What's-His-Face anymore. He is dead forever. So we can put that away. And if we want to be able to pick up the shotgun and anything else, we need to do that. I might take mixed herbs with the intention of using them. And then now the tragedy is, so you can see the room we're in. It's flashing and there's the arrow. The room we want to get to is to the right of us and down a little bit, that big red room. Except we can't go through the door we just came through. So the only way now to get back is to go upstairs. Isn't that super fun? 16%? They should be higher, Curie. You've just had a victory. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry your vibes are low. You deserve better, honestly. I don't trust these stairs. Okay, so far we're good. I need to turn right. And then go down the corridor. And then check the map for the gazillionth time, I guess. You did get the keyboard. Congrats. What does that say? Are you fluent enough yet? You know what that says? You better be. You've just gone through a whole keyboard fixing process. You better know exactly what that says. I mean, we could go look what's going on through here. Now that we're in this corridor anyway, you know? This game is so much better to play when you're not having a heart attack because of the volume. Also, I do not trust that this guy is going to stay dead, you know? Ah! Well, I see you, buddy. I see you. Okay, and then we step away. And then we... And then we hope that's enough. You still dead? You know what? We are gonna knife and see, actually. There we go. I'm happy with that. Also, we're gonna knife you and see. Okay, you seem pretty dead as well, actually. I'm stabbing you like a little bit, and you seem pretty comfortably dead. Right, we're going to go through this door. We're going to get a look at it. And then I'm going to pause the game, look at Twitch chat, and immediately leave. How does that sound? Excellent. Stairs. I hate them. PS3s are like 80 quid. That's £20 more than the driving lesson I paid for today that I didn't have. So actually a bargain. You'd really recommend against it unless you're a big Yakuza fan. Because a lot of the enjoyment comes from playing as the final boss Yakuza 2, who's presumed dead after that game. Yeah, like the kind of thing where if you watched a bunch of Yakuza playthroughs, or you played the games and you enjoyed it, then maybe. But even then, nice, good percentage. Cuss book that makes me cry thinking about it, yeah. So you have to pass it on. And then Trash will read it and feel pain, and then recommend it to other people. You should get me to read the trilogy? Whoa, let me finish Cosmere first. Please. Please. The longer I can put off the emotional turmoil, because, like, I've seen how it's affected Trash on Twitter, and that looks like a lot of emotions. And I'm too fragile for emotions. I'm looking into therapy. You can't give me that right now. It would not go well, and you know it. It would go terribly. Maybe you should read Lexi Trilogy by Matthew Ward. Haha, it's only fun and no pain. Oh, I'm sure. Ow. See, this is bad news. You told me it was only fun and no pain, and then I hurt my little ankle. So, I just think maybe you're lying. It says I did it. Congrats. Not only did you fix your keyboard, but you also learned how to say I did it in Korean, and I'm very impressed. What about the herb? What do you mean? Oh, you mean, me taking it? I could take the herb and I'd be taken out of caution. But to be honest, I'd rather take the herb when I'm, like, lower on health, because it heals quite a bit. So I'm just gonna wait till a zombie hurts me again, which is inevitable, and then I'll take the herb. Which is maybe a bit of a risky play, but whatever. Or alternatively, if you mean the guy that's unconscious on the floor that we were supposed to save, yeah, he died. He died. You're supposed to, from seeing him to getting the serum to getting back to him, that's supposed to take, like, 15 minutes. And if you really rush both ways, you can do it, like, easily. But I don't know if you've seen how I play the game. Also, I can't remember if you were here for that, Corvus, or if you're asking about something else. But essentially, the guy on the floor that I just stabbed a little bit was alive. And then he asked for the serum, and we got it. And it took me nearly 2 hours of gameplay to get back to him. So he was very dead. Like, he was bad. I think his name was Richard. Something to come pretty late in the Yakuza pipeline, for sure. In the Yakuza pipeline, yeah. That inevitably in some way leads to Metal Gear Rising. Although it looks like I'll play Metal Gear Rising before I finish Yakuza 0, so there's that. That's a thing. You're reading Rhythm of War soon? Yes, I should be. I really should be. Like, I need to finish Arcanum Unbounded, but currently the big block is that Alamancer Jack story, which I don't know if I've talked about on stream for anyone who doesn't know. Essentially, this is like a collection of short stories set in the Cosmere, this universe that Brandon Sanderson writes a lot of his stories in. And there's this one, which is fictional stories, which are fictional within one of his worlds. And it's like, it just looks hard to read. It looks like reading like a Sherlock Holmes story. And it seems like it's all written from the perspective of the companion of the hero doing cool things. And it just, I'm gonna skip it. I cannot read that. I do not have it in me. I will either skip it or I will look up the, like, summary. There's some weird lore about Kolos, but that's it. But I can just look that up. You know, I can look that up online. I can Google it. I haven't got it in me to read that. It's like, I don't know, sometimes you get to a point in a book or in a series where you feel like you don't want to, like you can tell you're at a point you don't really want to read because you just don't pick it up. Like you read something and you're like, wow, this is really good. And then you put the book down and you just don't read for like a couple weeks. And sometimes when it's like an actual large series, you kind of need to push through that block. But when it's a short story about characters that aren't real, that just are used to deliver a bit of lore, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's the equivalent of like Five Nights at Freddy's. Really, like in Five Nights at Freddy's, you watch all the game, you play all the games, you read all the books, and then you find out that there's some lore in the board game, in the Five Nights at Freddy's solo play board game, and you think, well, I could play that, or I could not. and just read the lore, which is the bit I want. That's the only comparison I can think of right now, and that's just because I saw a Five Nights at Freddy's board game recently. Thank you. Have you seen the new Sonic Frontiers trailer? Half of you thinks it's pretty hype, the other half got let down by Sonic Forces. I've not seen it yet. Someone in a Discord server I'm in linked it, and I thought about watching it, and then I think I had to leave or something. So I'll probably watch it. In fact, you know what? I don't want to forget about it. I don't want to forget about it because I've never actually played a Sonic game as an adult. And I'd be quite interested. Oh, it's only the tweet. Okay, that's fine. I'll find it later on YouTube instead of looking it up. What was I saying? I've never played a Sonic game as an adult. I've played one Sonic game, I think, and that was when I was really young, and I played it at my dad's, and I remember it being fun, but oh, and I suppose I've played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. In fact, I have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games over there. I want to stream that at some point. Maybe if I do a 6-hour stream, I could play Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Yeah, we could do that. You learned the whole alphabet in 3 days, which you're really proud of? Kira, that's very impressive. To go from nothing on an alphabet to being able to read it within a few days is actually very impressive. You should be really proud of yourself for that. And that should really help, as long as you keep going back to it and keeping it in your head. That bodes very well for you learning, more of the language. Reading being the first step, you know? Right. Zombie? Ah! Zombie! That's fine. I should probably have switched my gun. I forgot that I wasn't having my gun. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on, I've stabbed you. Okay. You dead? I think he's dead. Little pissing me off. I should probably take the herb now, to be honest. Yeah, that's about right. Well, we've killed a zombie. Time to pause. Actually, maybe let's look at the map. Let's see what we've unlocked. Okay, well, it says we're done. Oh, that is the fucking... Okay, this is the spookiest fucking area I've ever seen in my life. Will you look at that? That's awful. That's a long corridor that leads to a single door. This is some ominous shit. Do we even... I mean, I'll go in, but I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about this. This can't be good. There can't be anything good in here, you know? Okay. Well, to be fair, I needed a handgun magazine. Still not happy about this. It's too dark to see much of anything. That's genuinely horrible. I feel like I'm supposed to light the candle or something. If I light that, then I'll be able to see. So I kind of need to come back here when I... Yeah. This feels so stupid. I mean, at least I got the handgun ammo. That, nearly made that worthwhile. You know? Nearly. Sonic games are a super mixed bag. Some of them you prefer to most Mario games, but some are just so iffy. Yeah, I don't know. I think because I've never played a Sonic game, and what I've seen of them, I only ever see people making fun of the games with, the bad cutscenes and stuff. I don't know. I've not got a particular desire to play them, but if I was going to play any, it would be Frontiers, because I'm just hoping that it's being made with all of the best parts of Sonic and without the bad parts. Duolingo is threatening you, so you're tied by a blood contract to learn it now. True, once you start with Duolingo, you can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. I tried Duolingo. I tried Duolingo for Japanese, and I don't know, I didn't find it great for Japanese, but I also have gone back to Memrise recently, which is what I used to use. And there have been points in my life where I've, technically known hundreds of words and phrases in Japanese via Memrise. And the whole point of Memrise is supposed to be that if you keep going back to it, it tries to get you to review things at about the point where it's about to slip from your brain, with the idea being that if you learn a fact, it's going to stick with you for a certain amount of time, and if it's refreshed just as it's dropping, it's going to stick with you for longer, and that if you keep doing that, eventually it should be with you forever. So theoretically, I should know a lot more Japanese than I know, and I really need to get back into it, because I feel like if one of my problems recently is that I feel like I'm not very good at remembering things, and if I'm feeling very forgetful, you don't just decide to become better at remembering. Like, you have to train your brain. So I need to either get back into like that DS game for brain training, or learning a language. I just don't have time. It doesn't feel like I have time, and then I forget to learn it. Like, it'll just be midnight and I'll be like, shit, I haven't done my streaks, I haven't done my Duolingo. Yeah. The Mario and Sonic game just unlocked a memory I totally forgot I had. I feel like everyone's got some Mario or Sonic memory, or Mario and Sonic memory. It's somewhere locked within, and you know, if you found the right trigger, it would come back. It would come back easily. There's something about this room, by the way, that I feel like if I light the candlestick and I can see, I feel like there will just be a zombie in the corner, just there. Or in fact, if it's really dark, I feel like I'm going to leave and the game's going to do one of those cutscenes where I suddenly have to fight a zombie, which is so cringe. Oh, fuck. Those stairs lead up to the 3rd floor. God, remember when we all thought, any of us that hadn't played this game, remember when we thought that the mansion was all there is? And then Bright told us that there are 4 other, like, sections. Not only that, but from the sounds of it, there is still most of a 3rd floor that we just haven't explored. God. I read a chapter, let's go. Good job. Good job. Probably another like 45 minutes to an hour of stream, so I mean, a chapter per bit of stream is good. Very good. Particularly because I know that you won't sleep till like midnight. So, you know, you've got time. Besides, it sounds like you're in a bit more of a reading mood at the moment. With any hobby, you know, there's going to be peaks and there's going to be troughs, and it's easier to remember from the outside than the inside. Do you have the DS on hand? Sonic Rush is easily the most underrated and probably your favourite Sonic game. I don't have a DS on hand, but I could easily obtain one. Like, back at home, my brother uses them to, like, transfer Pokemon and stuff. So I have 2 DSs, which are mine. I have, like, a 2DS, and I'm pretty confident that I have a functional hot pink DSi. That one might have been sold, but I'm not sure. Japanese is so hard compared to Korean. All the kanji you learn are gone forever. Yeah, I don't know if you used it, and I can't remember. Wanikani. There's like a thing called Wanikani, which is supposed to be a way to learn kanji. And I used it for a little bit when I was like 17, and it kind of worked. Like, I was learning them slowly but steadily, and then I just stopped using it, and it's gone. It's gone from my head. But kanji are so hard. There's so many, and they feel very unintuitive to like an English speaker, or even probably like a, you know, Roman alphabet user, with, you know, knowing French as well. Like, it's hard. In terms of like the script being easy, Hiragana and Katakana are pretty easy. Because they correlate more to sounds that you can picture and ideas you can picture as, like, you know, a Roman alphabet. It is Roman? I don't know, whatever alphabet we use over in fucking England, where, you know, this thing looks like a car going over a cliff, and it's pronounced ka. And this thing looks like a person running, and it's pronounced ru. And that isn't hard. Like, if you learn the Korean, like, alphabet, like, symbols in a few days, you could do Hiragana and Katakana. Kanji? No. We're simply too stupid. We can't do it. You know. I'm sorry. It's a 2D one where the speed boost is integrated pretty well and the soundtrack pops off. It's 2D Sonic, I'd be happy to give a try. Isn't it basically just a racing game at that point with the occasional boss fight? It's just easier to learn an actual alphabet than it is, that just is what it is and not 1,000 words. Yeah, true. Like, using an alphabet to create sounds, and the rules are, like, relatively consistent. Because even with English, I'm aware that sometimes those letters put together make different sounds. Or different sounds make, like the word there, and there. They all sound basically the same, and it's literally just the combination of letters you use. And most of them use the same fucking letters. It's a nightmare. Right, let's try and leave this room and probably die. Probably cope and seethe and die and perish. I mean, I have Sonic Mania. I bought Sonic Mania a while ago. Do we want to... Oh, thank fuck. Thank God that's locked. I've never wanted to engage less with a door in this game, and there are lots of doors in this game that I do not want to engage with. Right, how much do you bet he's gonna wake up now? You know, maybe Richard's dead and gone forever. Rest in peace, Richard. Gone but not forgotten. Even if I did forget his name for like a little bit. There. That's fine, don't worry. And then we head left and down a corridor. Yay! I love corridors. 4 AM last night. New reading hack is read standing up so you can't fall asleep. Trash. Trash. I'm concerned. The worst part is you probably still like process and take in everything you're reading because you just can. You're a reader. You read. I can't blame you. Like, there's been a couple times recently where I've just wanted to stay up really late. I can't even explain why. I've just wanted to. I have not stayed up late in a long time. Well, I say that. I stayed up until 6 AM the other day, playing a board game. But you know what I mean? Like, I crave a night where I can stay up till like 3 AM doing something mindless and eye-hurting on a computer. Which isn't the reading, but, you know, like, I want to sit and watch several movies until 3 AM. Like I'm 12 years old again and struggling to sleep and watching Alvin and the Chipmunks for like the 80th time. I want to go back to the days. Take me back. Take me back. Haha, hee hee. Look out, there's a silly big cobweb. Look out. No! Mello can't hear us. Their ears are blocked by the cobweb. They're all cobwebbed up. They're all... I'm sorry, what? What? Can you say that again? You learn them at school with books. It was horribly boring and hard. Oh, wait, the Japanese? Oh, the kanji? You learn them with... Oh, that does sound awful. Wani Kani was pretty good, actually, because, I found that the best ways to learn, like, I don't know, Japanese alphabets anyway, like hiragana, katakana, kanji to some degree, is by like mnemonics. So back when I used Memrise to learn hiragana, Memrise was a lot more focused around community created mnemonics. So, and they were supposed to help you learn. So in my head to this day, some hiragana I look at and I remember what they are based on the mnemonics people made. So the best one is the hiragana for ka, which if you look up Japanese hiragana ka, like K-A, it kind of looks like a car going off a cliff, like a little bit. There's a bunch, like, he, the hiragana for he, kind of looks like a person smiling, going like he. And that was really helpful for remembering them. Like, they are stuck in my head because of that more than anything else. And it doesn't really do that anymore. Like, that's why I'm finding it harder, because it used to use a lot more mnemonics, and now it's a bit more Duolingo-y, where it's just, you know, repeat it, learn it. And I found that really easy. The whole talking part of Japanese, people type when you went to writing. That's very valid. Like, I never got good at Japanese because I always, you know, ran out of time and gave up before I could ever really get there. But I've never wanted to be able to write it or read it. Luckily enough, like, I don't need to. Like, I won't be at a point in my life where I need to. It's just a hobby. But the idea of being able to speak some basic Japanese and be able to ask people questions, I love. Partly the issue is that some places where you try and learn Japanese, like online, won't let you get away with not knowing kanji, you know? Like, I just want to learn speaking Japanese via being able to read hiragana and katakana, and places do not like that. Like, there's a lot of courses on Memrise that will make you learn the kanji, and it just makes it so much harder, and I don't need that. I need to learn, like, talking Japanese, but, you know, the simple way. Talking Japanese for dum-dum. A lot of Sonic in general is just a time trial. Would you believe me if I said there hasn't been a Sonic racing game since 2014, and even that was with them driving cars? That checks out. I've heard of Sonic Racing. Like, Sonic Racing's like a classic phrase. People say and think Sonic Racing all the time. I have heard so many times in my life the phrase Sonic Racing. That's like an obvious thing in my brain. There was a 2019 one, also in Cars. In the movie Cars? Damn, I can't believe they made an entire Sonic Racing game to put into the Cars franchise. That's so incredible. Good for them, good for them. I know what you mean. I'm being facetious. You're in the mood to stay up late, so you did. That's valid. That's valid. I have to admit, a little less valid if you were standing up to force yourself to stay awake. But still, I appreciate the vibe of like, you know what? I want to stay up late and do this hobby, so I will. I've been having to wake up early a lot recently, so I've not really, like, had... I don't know. It's harder. I would love to, though. It's been a long time. The time yesterday. Hey! It's been, like, a long time. It was, like, a couple weeks ago that I stayed up till 6. Like, a week and a half, at least. Ages ago. I mean, like, on my own, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like as a kid, I had more times where I stayed awake, like, unreasonably late. Just to do, like, a hobby. And I feel like I don't really do that anymore. If I stay up really late, it's often because I'm, like, I don't know, doing something with friends. And I want to stay up late on my own accord, you know? I want to stay up late because I fancy doing a thing. I fancy binge watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so I will. Right, now give me this goddamn shotgun. Right, I knew that would happen. So I'm going to put the broken one on the wall. Now I don't care what trap was about to activate, because I activated your trap card. Anyway, is that room done now? Poggers. And now I have a shotgun. You know. 4 streams into the game. Yeah. That's the thing with this game. Like, I know that the first half an hour I spent just talking. And I know that I keep pausing and just going to this menu. But this doesn't feel like a good game to stream. Because it feels like none of us are paying attention to this game, right? Like, none of us. I'm not. We're not, right? Like, I'm not. Like, all we've accomplished so far is we have put a gem in an eye and we've got a shotgun. Like, I just feel like I'm wandering between rooms because I should. I have no idea what's happening. You've tried staying up till 3 AM a few times and you just cannot do it, fall asleep by 1. But even falling asleep by 1, I'm in bed most of the time at like 11 because I'm tired. I want to stay awake till 1 and I want to do something silly. I want to go back to the days where I'd be trying to fall asleep and I couldn't, so I'd just like open up a fan fiction and just, you know, I was only going to read a little bit of it and then suddenly I've read like 20,000 words and it's 3 AM. Take me back. Take me back. Oh, maybe that's why I need glasses. I was going to say take me back to the days where I'd do a hobby that hurt my eyes late at night. And then I realised that, yeah, turns out my actions had consequences. Who could have foreseen this? Imagine a corn on the cobweb. I mean, if we live in a world where cobweb tastes like what it looks like it should taste, which is just, you know, stinky cotton candy, sure. Corn can be sweet. It can in fact be sweet corn or popped corn. Put some cotton candy on that, sure. Remember Hiragana and Katakana very well. Alphabet's pretty easy to memorize to you. Honestly, good job. I mean, it's helping you with the Korean. And if you find the Korean easier in terms of like speaking it as well, it'll be no time. It'll be no time. Yeah, the Hiragana and Katakana took me a little while, to be fair, and I still can't write them. But they're so much better than kanji. I will die on that hill. You know, with everyone else, all of us piled onto this one hill. Like, it's quicker to write kanji, probably, because the amount of, like, hiragana or katakana, well, hiragana that you'd have to put into one kanji, like, you'd have kanji and then the 4 hiragana that make it up, you know? Like, it would be the same with English. Like, you have your word composed of all of its letters, which actually, if you broke down every letter, is composed of, like, this many sounds. Sonic Racing? I sure hope he does. Sonic Racing? I hope he wins. Good for him. Sonic R, the only one where they race on foot, and the song that goes Supersonic Racing comes out. Came in. Supersonic Racing? Wait, that one? Can we listen to that? I want to listen to that. Oh, I feel like Twitch won't let me. Do you think, is there a way to like Google, is this song copyrighted? Check music copyright online, he proves. Supersonic Racing? This website sucks. Website broken. I guess we'll never know. I'm just gonna have to listen to it in my head. It's great in my head! Anyway. You were alive then. Ha ha ha! Being born earlier than the 2000s. How silly. How quaint. Would you like Cobweb? Because you're so old? You so old, you like that door we found in that room earlier that covered in cobweb and also locked with an emblem of a shield. Doing a thing super late at night just because you want 2 vibes. I just haven't done it in so long. I just miss it. And it would be a terrible idea to do that now because I have to wake up early tomorrow to buy chocolate, but still. Right, let me catch up with Twitch chat because I've just seen from Spencer Mansion, I've just seen some kanji. And Spencer, you're proving my point. I can read the bit at the end that's ha, probably pronounced like wa. The other 2 bits, knock it off. Meow? I've got no idea. You miss having an unhealthy sleep schedule and giving in to hyperfocus and drawing all night. They're not doing anything the next day because I'm so tired. You've hit the nail on the head right there, Kiri. That's exactly what I was. I don't know. I suppose I miss it because I'm in a position where I probably have a pretty healthy sleep schedule. So now that I'm looking on the greener side, it's like, oh, the ability to stay awake till 3 and wake up till at 6 and then just cope with caffeine. But no, this is fine. I just want a day. I want a day where I know I don't have to wake up early the next day. And just the ability to just like, I don't know, spend a few hours fixated on something. Just for one night. I would like the honor. You have no idea what's going on in this game except zombies. Yeah, they are in a residence and they are trying to kill me. That's hubris the game. My hubris. You can say last time you didn't get in bed by 11 was a few weeks ago, but actually it was like Saturday. See? Everyone's had one recently, to be fair, because I'm complaining, but it was like last Saturday. No, the Saturday before, so not the most recent Saturday, the one before, I was awake till 6 playing Carcassonne, and that was really fun. But I want that. But instead of being in a room with 4 other people playing Carcassonne, 2 of whom are slightly angry at each other because they have very different play styles, and I feel like I'm in the middle of a conflict, and therefore I'm coping by playing as nice as possible, which somehow leads to me coming second, because everyone's just giving me nice things because they feel bad for me. I would rather be all on my own, and, I don't know, reading a book, rereading a several thousand word long fanfiction, maybe doing laundry, maybe play video game. I don't know. Kanji runs. Spencer, you don't understand. Kanji's a jump scare for like several of us. The kanji jump scare. Why is it scarier in Twitch chat than in the video game? I take a break from video game with Twitch chat. Why are you doing this to me? This room's complete as well, right? Like, I have no idea what's going on in this room. I don't know why it exists the way it does. Right then. Let's go check on that red door. Because I think... Wait, what? Where's the red door? Red door through here. I'm pretty sure there's something special in it. Like, I feel like the game told us that there was something in it. Which probably means that he's gonna stand up. He isn't standing up. The Spencer family emblem. Wait, where did we just see the word Spencer? We just saw the word Spencer. Spencer Mansion. In Twitch chat, thank you. Thank you, the human embodiment of the very... Okay. Yeah, thank you, human embodiment of the very evil we are trying to, resident. I think I might go stabby stabby. He was not dead! He was not dead! He was not dead! He was not dead! Okay, he definitely needs to be shot. He's not dead. This guy does not want to die. Right. Now? Now stabby stabby. You know, sometimes you do stab and you... The fuck is that corridor? That is a creepy corridor. How long has that been there? What? How long has that thing been there? I do not like this room either. This room, give me the bat vibes. Is that like... What the fuck is this? Bring the light of truth to the three spirits. Okay. It looks like they're holding a sword. Also, does that white light look like motion capture to you? Because it looks like motion capture to me. I don't want my motion being captured, actually. I think my motion should be for me and me alone. We sure are running up that hill. A Deal with God by Kate Bush. Alas, I don't think my motion is being captured. It's set in yellow stained glass. There's a switch. Press it? No. I'm not going to press anything until I know what it does. No. Is that a crow? Why is it making that noise? You're going to attract... That's not what I meant to do. Can I turn it off, please? Please, can I turn it off? Thank God. Zombie? No zombie. No zombie, just a really big corridor full of lots of scary lights. What about you? At least they're protected by the three spirits, so that's green, purple, and orange. I'm not going to press it till I've lit up green, purple, and orange. So, we know that this one turned orange accidentally. It's you, you're in the game. There's a Corvid in this game. Turned orange. What about you? Yes. We don't need deep red. Turn that shit off. I'm aware that I could probably figure out what... That didn't turn off. I'm aware that I could probably figure out what colours stuff is going to be based on the... So it was like a headdress, a necklace, and a bracelet? I think that was a bracelet. We only need one orange. So let's turn that off. Oh, I thought I was so clever. I'm like, I've solved the problem. I've solved it. Right, what colour are you? Pure white. Well, we don't want that. No, no, no. It's just occurred to me that because... Hold on. Before I look at this, I want to go see if this has affected the one on the other side. It has. Okay, now that's green. So we need green, purple, and orange. This one turns orange. This sucks. I hate colours, and I hate having to think about them, and I hate having to use them to solve my problems. Okay? Sadly, it wasn't really a vibe, do what you want by yourself one. Well, they did quite a bit of vibing, do what you want. There's something, especially from when you do it really late into the night. There just is. There just is. Simply put, there just is. Right, if we turn this on and it turns purple, we win. We win gaming. And then we turn the switch. And then we have unlocked an area with a zombie? No, no zombie. Simply... Simply something terrifying instead. Yay! Okay. Now this whole area is complete. That's good. I think late into the night it's fun because, you know, in the daytime, it feels like there's other stuff you should be doing. Even if you shouldn't, the daytime is when people do thing. So if you're not doing thing and it's daytime, you're probably doing something wrong, you know? At least that's how it often feels. I should probably go through that gate. I just don't want to. That whole outdoor area is incomplete. Okay, hold on. Let's go back and try that gate. Because if I don't try it now, it will remain red. And if I ever decide to come back to this game, which I probably won't, then I won't know that I can use this door. Although, to be fair, today is the most fun I've had in this game. I think ever. Probably because I'm being less of a little wower. But also because I'm using a lot more ammo. And I don't know if you caught it earlier, but me shoot gun, me happy. Shooty shooty, haha. That's how I feel. We can probably use the door at the top as well. Let's go have a look at that. We should probably save. But we can save after we've done that, so let's give that a go. Also, hello, Trash Cat. I'm sorry I'm so far behind, but hello, Trash Cat. Hi? You want to see Spooky Game? Games that have crows are instantly better than the rest. True! There are so many games out there with no crows. And are they good? No. In fact, this suddenly makes it a trend where we're playing games with crows, you know? Like, if you include this and Death's Door and, like, I don't know, there's probably crows in Skyrim, right? Like, probably. Have I even been out here? The Defiler of the Accursed Coffin. Oh my god! Maybe I would have seen that coming if I was... Okay, stinky dog. Maybe if I had my earphones in, I would have noticed that. You dead? I don't know where the dog is. I simply do not know where the dog is. The Defiler of the Accursed Coffin. Would maybe a death mask let me in? The answer seems to be no. Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave. To be honest, I think that area is probably what leads to other areas in this game. Because Bright told us that there's more than just this one. And I now believe them. Right, I think this is the door. Okay, if we use this, we can get to the typewriter box, we can save the game, and then I don't know what we'll do. Because the dog scared me. The dog scared me, and I'm feeling wawa again. I was fine, and now I feel wawa. You had an air of corvidosity. You do! Games are better when the corvidosity is simply off the charts. Okay, hold on. We got anything to put away. We'll put away the death mask. Actually, let's examine it first. There's nothing unusual. Do you not see the weird red bits? You're telling me nothing about this is unusual. You're telling me everything about this is normal and fun. Shut up. Game's stupid. Game simply is incorrect. No two ways about it. Right. We have so many items I just don't know what to do with. My brain did do a clever. I'm feeling clever today, which is funny because my entire rant in the beginning about about wanting therapy because I need to learn how to deal with failures better is because I was playing a different video game earlier and I've basically like, it's like a turn-based strategy game. And I was basically like 20 turns in to a game where often you'll take like 100 turns or something. And like I've basically lost it. Like there's not really any way to pull it back. And and it felt like it was because I'd made stupid mistakes, and I just felt awful about it. But like, we've been doing good. My brain's doing it clever. Right, let's run through this. First aid spray is simply to heal me. First aid box, I don't know if I should... I might examine it, because it's possible that you can open it. Oh my god, I thought I nearly used that. Insert first aid case. Anyway, I guess I'll put that back. Yeah, no, my point is, let's run through the stuff we have and see if there's anything we know where we would use it, you know? So, the death mask. Currently don't have any ideas about that one. Mixed herbs is because I'm, get injured. Lighter, we could use to try and light that portrait. That would be, if I open the map, kind of directly down in terms of the map. And then you see how there's that green room that leads into like the big backwards L? In sort of like nestled within the corner of that L. I think if we light that painting on fire, we can get through there. So we're gonna try that. I don't think there are crows in Metal Gear Rising. Well, something was gonna ruin the crow streak at some point anyway. This is fine. What else we got? Wooden mount. I suppose I could examine. I don't think I ever got into the habit of examining stuff. It looks like it's got hinges. I don't even know what it would mount. Like, it literally just looks like a clipboard. Is it a clipboard? Is wooden mount another word for clipboard? Because that seems weird. Fuel canteen, if we loaded it, we could burn some zombies, but we can only burn so many, so I might leave it. Wind crest? I don't even think I've examined that. There's an icon depicting wind. Crazy. You crazy. I could have never guessed. You're planning on starting to stream in November, but you're not sure you'll be able to because you might end up in a dorm for a year. You'll have to wait and see, but it's a bit of a bummer. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Curie. I mean, have you considered giving it a go between now and when you end up in a dorm? Because I know it means that you can't really, like, gain momentum, but it's the kind of thing that you can just try out for a bit as a hobby. Also, if you do end up in a dorm... See, it's difficult because it's different depending on where you end up and, like, what the housing is like. But I ended up at a place with, like, rooms within a larger flat for my first year at university. And I felt really awkward streaming there. And I wasn't even sharing a room with someone. Like, I felt awkward. I talked really quiet, like I used to talk like this. Like, if you look at some of the clips from, like, 2020... January and February, it's really different. Not just because I had a bad mic, but also because I was actively talking really quiet because I didn't want my flatmates to ask any questions. But obviously if you're in a dorm where you have to share space with other people, you're right, it's not really something you can do. Hopefully, Curie, they have really weird nighttime habits and they're always out between maybe the appropriate hours of 8 and 10 p.m. Maybe. But yeah, good luck with that. You can't now actually in a family house and your brother's constantly being loud. God damn. I'm sorry, Curie. I really hope that when you end up with housing, you either get, like, you're in a dorm with people that are just constantly out and you know that you can stream and they just won't be in, or you end up with people that you are really close with and that you really like and that maybe want to join in with you or are happy to put in earphones and go sit somewhere else, or you end up, like, in my kind of situation where you just have to talk a little bit quietly. If you want a slightly more forgiving, customizably difficult turn-based strategy, play Fire Emblem. I should, honestly. Fire Emblem sounds good. The one I was playing earlier is customizably difficult. Like, to be fair, I'm playing it at normal difficulty when it's known to be kind of a difficult game, and my only experience with it is, like, playing with other people. It just, because I've played with other people, I have like 70 hours in this game on Steam. Like, I feel like I should be able to play it at normal difficulty, and the fact that I should probably turn it down to easy kind of bothers me, and it grinds my gears, which it shouldn't, you know. If that's, whenever I pick I picked easy on this game, and by goodness gracious, I've needed it, you know? Its mission takes nowhere near 100 turns. 100 turns, I don't know, yeah. It's a lot of hours to do like a single campaign in Warhammer 2, but like, it is enjoyable. I enjoy it. It's just hard because I've never won a game because it feels like I'm doing well, and then I realize at like turn 20, like I realize at turn 26 when I've basically lost that, oh, I could have recruited a second army there. I didn't realize I could do that. And then I realized that the only save I have to go back to is save 20, at which point it's too late anyway, so, you know. Pyromaniac. Set fire to painting. Be happy. Like pyrocynical, how dare you. They call me mellow cynical. The quiet talking plus water mic vibes. It's because I tried to make the settings on the microphone like shut out background noise better, but there was no background noise. So I basically just made it so it just, you know, muffled background noise. AKA like any air or static just became like, it sounded like I was underwater. Fully a wooze on the soundtrack here. I'm not even listening. I can't hear shit. I hope you enjoy the video game music. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Turns out I enjoy this game more if I can't hear anything. If I can't hear the danger coming at me, I simply do not care. Did I save? No, I was gonna go through all of this first and figure out what's going on. Right, so Serum we're supposed to give to that guy, but we couldn't. I don't think I've ever explored the musical score. It's titled Moonlight Sonata. Could I maybe open it? Seriously? Leaving only the beginning and the end. Huh, okay. So that is missing a piece. Interesting. My goodness. I can't believe I'm only just now playing this video game. This is so sad, because I am going to go to playing Hollow Knight Pantheons next week. Which also means next week the game recommendation thing is going to open up, but shh, nobody shh. Music's giving Twilight Princess. Okay, I'll listen to it for like a second. Okay, yeah, to be fair, that's very Twilight Princess. If that was playing in the middle of like, I don't know, a Twilight Princess dungeon, I'd be like, yep, checks out. That makes sense. Right then. We need to leave, and we have to go via the upstairs route. So let's just commit to it. Yay! I love committing to things. I love committing to making any kind of movement in this game. It always feels really safe to do so. Particularly given how confused the camera is all of the time. I really hope you can find a flat. You don't have to be in a dorm. You would hate every aspect of that. You're a very you need your space person. And dorms in Turkey usually have 3 people in a room. That really sucks. Like, this is the wrong door. I'm going through a bad door. We'll turn around, don't worry. Yeah, I'm glad that the situation in the UK is a lot less dorm-based. Like, having flats where people have their own rooms is kind of standard with, like, university accommodation in the UK. And I'm really glad for that, because I'm in the same position of you, Curie. I would have hated to share a bedroom with someone in my first year. You know, maybe it would have forced me to make more friends, but you know what? No. I don't want to make friends. If I'm going to make friends, I'm going to do it because I want to, not because the corporations want me to. I simply won't. Fuck you. Yeah, good luck with that, Curie. I really hope that it works out for you, because yeah, you'd be fine if you ended up in a dorm. Like, I'm sure you'd end up with people that you're happy with. But you know, obviously in an ideal world, that wouldn't be a thing you'd have to contend with. Where's the zombie guy? Is he alive again? Are you alive, mister? Did I burn him? I might have burned him. Also, I'm really hoping... Well then how the fuck do I get through this painting? Do I have to use oil? Fuck you. Ugh, I don't want to use oil. I guess I could go get oil That's fine. It's not like I mind going back to the room where my stuff is. It's not like I find it scary. Not like I'm easily spooked. Back groined. Shh. Did I say back groined? I meant background noise. Do you know how hard words are to say, Corvus? You've tried saying words? It's hard. It's hard. Why do you think I say so many of them and often get them wrong? It's because I'm practicing. I'm still learning how to say most of the words that I'm saying. You should be more accepting of my default. A lot of the time harder game modes aren't necessarily for people who are a lot better or the people who derive more enjoyment from trying a thing again, and if that isn't you, there isn't a problem with playing a mode with less challenge. Yeah, which is true, and I will absolutely defend that for people that like play on easy mode, including me. Like with this game would not be more enjoyable if I kept dying and had to repeat it, you know? Like it just wouldn't. And I don't know why I'm so unwilling to accept that about Warhammer 2, I suppose. I suppose it's because it feels like I should be better at it. Where is it? There it is. Like, it just feels like I've played enough of it that I should be more competent. And I didn't even get fuel, so wow. And I probably will change to easy, or at the very least because it's the kind of game where you can play as different characters, and some characters are like harder than others, particularly at the beginning. And maybe I'll just go back to playing, there's this one character who essentially, she's a pretty floaty, not French lady, and I should just be her. I should just play as Bretonnia, which is basically, it's not France. Like, most factions in that game are like an equivalent, like, it's not France, it's not Europe. I say most because, you know, you can apply that to Bretonnia, which has like chivalry mechanics. Less easy to apply to Dark Elves and Lizard Men. Lizard Men are basically dinosaurs. Warhammer 2 is kind of fun. It's fun when any game allows you to fight dinosaurs with other dinosaurs. We all want to fight dinosaurs with dinosaurs. Tell me I'm wrong. Pantheons is gonna be fun. I'm gonna get you back into Hollow Knight pit. Hopefully me too. Because I never like really tried Pantheons. We'll see how many I get through. Like, if I get through one or maybe even two Pantheons, I'm going the wrong way. If I can get through one or two Pantheons, I will feel very happy. Because that'll be 3 streams worth, which will take me up, I think we worked out it would take me to like October. And that sort of depends, because if next Wednesday I do a 6-hour stream instead of like, you know, a normal Wednesday game picking stream, it might take me even longer. But I could always just include Hollow Knight as part of it, you know? You'll 100% get 1 and 2 done in 3 streams. I hope so. It's been a while since I've played it, but you know, with like a 2-hour stream, I should be good. Why would you move this back? Video game, why would you move this back? Also, I love that even if I don't have sound on, I do have the haptic feedback. Well, then how the fuck do I... You know what? I'm gonna use a fucking shotgun. Well, that clearly didn't work. Well, you live and you learn. And ultimately, the main thing you learn is I have no idea how to get through that fucking painting. I've got no clue. Maybe I never will. Maybe it's simply impossible for me. Friend or roommate is very different to you. You will bark at people if you're overwhelmed in your own personal space. That is fair. Hopefully there's a way you can, like, I don't know, file for your own room. Because, like, you are not the only person that needs their own personal space. Like, I feel like universities that do that and force people into dorms are like, they're gonna bond. It's easier to make friends. Being a real adult is all about compromises. Fuck you. Being a real adult is about being able to recognize when you need your own time and being able to have it. You know? Like, that sucks. Home is warm, you're sweating so much, can't have the windows in case the cats leave, and your mum doesn't want to have fans running, she's concerned about energy. That sucks. I'm sorry about that. Have you got like an ice pack? I've technically got an ice pack. It's just back here and not frozen, so you can't have that one. I'm very sorry. I'd give it to you otherwise. You could have it. It'd be fine. It's kind of warm here. It's weird because obviously weather in the UK has been kind of hot recently, but we were supposed to be getting to the end of that. It was supposed to be cooler, except this flat still feels so warm constantly. Like I was wearing a jumper out and about today, and I came home and I immediately got changed into a smaller shirt just cause 3. Total War is complicated. The core gameplay of 3 Houses is pretty straightforward in my opinion. It probably is. And like the fact that with Fire Emblem you can make characters date, very fun. That is the game you can do that, right? Because in Total War you definitely cannot make your unit of Bretonnian peasants date your unit of dwarf warriors brackets great weapons. You definitely cannot do that. I think they should allow that, but they don't. 6-hour stream? I'm thinking about it because I was saying earlier, I'm streaming today obviously, but I didn't stream on Monday because I was busy. And I won't be able to stream this Saturday because me and James are going to a friend's like house leaving party. Next Monday I can stream, next Wednesday I can stream, and then next Saturday I'm busy because that's when I'm going on holiday. And from next Saturday, not this one, next Saturday to the 19th of September, I can't stream. So I'm kind of, you know, I don't really, that'll be the longest break I've ever taken from streaming. Obviously not ever. Technically the longest break I ever took from streaming was approximately 20 years, but still, you know what I mean. Like the longest I've taken since beginning streaming I think has been like a week, like 3 full streams missed. And even if recently, for the past couple of months, there's been quite a few like weeks where I've missed one, or I've missed, you know, a couple that week. I've never missed that many in a row. And it's gonna be a shame, I'm gonna miss it. So I was thinking about doing maybe a 6-hour stream where I do some of the ideas I've been thinking of. Like, I have this whole list of stream ideas that I've just not really had, like, the ability to do. Hero Forge, make a character with chat. BBC Dance Mat typing speedrun and drinking game. The secret stream that would involve all of you sending me your favourite characters, like your Scrunglies, your characters that you love, as well as you're happy to allow me to potentially do with those characters what I will. Whole Pit stream, Papa's Pizzeria, and like Frapperia, like the Papa's game series, if they're still around. And all of these are ideas that I've been wanting to do, but I've been playing games, so I don't know. I was just thinking that if I did a 6-hour stream with the intention of like doing each idea until I'm bored and want to move on, I don't know, it could work. Hydrate or dihydrate? Thank you, Curie. I will. I've not had water in a little while. Thank you. I'm guessing Party and Corvus are interacting with Fire Emblem quotes. That's fine. You'll be busy in that time, so I grant you the permission of not streaming. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Curie. You know, that's a real weight off my back, because I was worried. I was worried that you'd be upset. And it makes me feel a lot better that you're busy as well. We might all be busy, you know. The next month is, I don't know, September's a busy time for a lot of people. It better be. You all better be busy up your fucking asses the next month, because I'm gonna be streaming. Do we stream until I'm bored? No! That could only even work once, Corvus. Once you're bored, you're dead. That's how it works. Your Scrungly is Walter White? Do you mean that? Is that your true Scrungly? Think about it. Is that really your Scrungly? Think about it. You'd probably try and stream more then. Yeah, please do. Feel free. Absolutely feel free. Depending on how busy I am, I might actually be able to check out your streams. Because obviously I won't be, so for like the first time in a long time, if I have free time in the evening, I might actually be able to watch a Corvus stream. Who knew? The power of taking 3 weeks off. I definitely will in the second week. The first week I'm going on holiday with James and his family, and that probably means the evening is going to be spent playing cards with his family. So I may have less time. But the week after I can. I would be on it. Okay. We've been playing this game for 2 hours. And by 2 hours, I mean we've been playing for about an hour's worth. And the other hour has probably been spent pausing. I want to have a quick look at the map. Because this room is still red. Like, this room still has stuff to do. When the two halves run each other through, the path to destiny will open. And then there's this painting where green is stabbing red. Is there anything obvious in this room that seems related to that? Like green stabbing red? Because a lot of stuff in this game seems to be about colours. I mean, these are red. That's an emblem. And I can take that, but I don't know if I take that where I would put it, you know? So there is still stuff to do in this room. And I'm not yet sure what it is. It isn't Walter White, it's actually Jesse. Jesse, we've got to be a scrungly. Wait, is that something on the table? No, it looked like a plate, but that's it's a dining table. It's probably a plate. Also, that corridor is still red. Why is it red? Is there like a door there that I've not been able to use? Because it looks like I've been able to use all of them. You know? It's probably the shotgun. The shotgun probably allows me to do some extra stuff because we have acid rounds and fire rounds, and I think we got those in like stream 2 of the 4 that we've done. So we probably were supposed to get shotgun a lot earlier. Because I'm pretty confident now that every door that is red is a door that is like genuinely locked. Because that door is the basement? It is, and we have checked that. I know we've checked all 3 red doors on the right there. As for the doors upstairs, I don't know. Although we have checked them in that bit on the right. We could always go upstairs and try that red door. Let's give that a go, fuck it. Let's keep trying a little bit. If this is the last time I play this game, I might as well, you know, give it a try. Oh, I didn't catch your message about Splatoon. Hold on. Splatoon is more important than Resident Evil. Where is it? Trash can send this during leaves. I will, when I do the special Scrungly stream I'm thinking of, I will put a notification in the Discord. I will ask people Scrunglies. And then if people don't send me enough, I will simply decide for you. I forgot to mention, when I saw you didn't bring Splatoon to Redacted because I don't have a physical copy. It's already downloaded on the Wii U. Oh, okay, nice. You know, now I think about it. Hold on. Now I think about it, the Wii U box has a ton of like paint splatter on it, and I wasn't sure if that was like, well, no, like the design is paint splatter. I wasn't sure if that was like an aesthetic choice for the Wii U or related to Splatoon. It would make sense, so I could just give it a try. You know, maybe on Wednesday then I could just do a Wii U stream, and I could try Splatoon. And I could try the Mario, Mario Kart games on there. And then I could also try the two Wii games I have, courtesy of Party Rockers, which is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and America's Next Top Model. So 2 games that are natural to combine and play together, of course. Because that would potentially work better than a 6-hour stream. And also, if I still intended to do a long stream, then that way I could actually just, you know, play 3 different games and keep myself, like, entertained. So I'll call that, like, a long Wii U stream. Splatoon, America, Olympics. And then hopefully I'll decipher what that means when we get there, you know? Resident Evil's just a subcategory of just chatting. Curie, you're right, but should you say it? Honestly, I've been using it as that. I am not sitting well today. I'm not sitting well within myself. It's like when we were playing Pokemon, and I was basically playing Pokemon in the background and talking. It's the same thing. When he called a barn a cow house, I'm so scrungly. I relate to that man. Tim's family always reminds you of all the one scene in Life is Strange for the Storm where you're on Orange's kitchen. She was doing it while talking about going to meet them for the first time. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's very fun. I thought you were gonna go along the lines of like, because like you're just talking to them about the weirdest shit. Like that scene is so weird. Like it feels so weird in that game talking to Rachel's family when you've spent so much of the game with Rachel and like you get the vibe that their relationship isn't great. Is there a reason why the entire mansion is just full of puzzles? People just love puzzles. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Also, Party, if you're still here, thank you for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, I don't know. I think, Corvus, from what I've picked up so far anyway, I think in the basement there's an underground like lab section, and I think the family that owned this place were like a quirky bunch that was studying some sort of, like, I think it's related to the Umbrella Corporation probably, because everything is, and I think the puzzles are like just a quirky thing that the family do. Either that or zombies love making puzzles. Mario Kart there is just same as Switch. Oh, is it? Does that mean they've not made a new Mario Kart game in like... Although I suppose a new Mario Kart game is just like whatever tracks it has on it, and they have done the new ones recently, so that's fair. Was the last time we tried this when Ben 10 happened? True. But we only played all of Ben 10 because Ben 10 Protector of Earth is a really good game, and we had to play all of it. Whereas this time round, I promise, even though Splatoon, America's Next Top Model, and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games are all very good games, I'll put like a time limit on it. Like we can only do an hour of each or something, and then with breaks in between. And that way we have to play as much as we can and enjoy it to the maximum. That was why you were talking about them, I think. Your mind is vast. Being an archivist simply gives you a power that the rest of us do not have. Where even are we? Oh, okay, we're here. I was gonna go... I'm trying to head upstairs, video game. Please, thank you. There we go. I was gonna head upstairs and try, I think, a door up here on the right that we haven't tried. This one? We haven't tried this one in a while. Nice. Right, that was literally the last use of that key. That's poggers. That's worked out really nicely. Now we have more inventory space. And there's gonna be zombie. I hate just learning how much map there is in this game, you know? There is just an incomprehensible amount of game in this game. Like, I'm horrified. Legitimately horrified. There should be less video game in video games, you know? There should just be less. No one really wants to play a game with this much content. I should probably put in earphones, shouldn't I? Nah, it's fine. Who's this? I might stab. Forrest has given up the ghost. It looks like he's been dead for a while. Wait, do I know this guy? I guess I know that guy and his gigantic, like, gun. Oh, Forrest is gonna... What? Forrest, I was shooting at you. You're supposed to die. If he stands up, I'll kill him. I think he's dead now. Well, we used a lot of bullets, so I sure hope he's dead. Anyway, we'll just pick some leaves or something. Unfortunately, we can only pick one, which is honestly a shame, because we should Like, surely we should be able to just immediately combine that, right? This is wow. Anyway, I'm just gonna eat this plant on its own, I guess. And then pick up the next one. Sure. I will take the herb. Is very much related to the Umbrella Corps. Okay, that checks out. So where the fuck is the... Why is there more content on this balcony? Is it because I can get his gun now? What if I don't want his gun? What if I have never wanted Forrest's gun? I probably should have that, to be fair. That looks like a really poggers gun. Fun hanging out. I'm asleep now because you're all too tired. Good night, Curie. Good night, Curie. Enjoy your learning of Korean. Good luck. I believe in you. Popping off with those languages. Well, where's the nearest box? Oh, the nearest box is fucking ages away. Oh, it's so far. Oh, the urge to just pop the green herb even though I don't need to. Well, I guess I'll just remember that that's there. I guess easy as that. I'll just simply remember. Can't be that hard, right? I'll just remember that if I ever need that gun. You know, if I ever play this game again, which I probably won't, I will just simply remember that the gun is there. Forrest Gump is my favorite movie. Tom Hanks was so good in it. I never finished that movie, you know. That's my fucking reflection. Scares me every time. I watched Forrest Gump in like history class when I was younger. And I never finished it because we ran out of time in class. So I just never, I don't know the ending to that movie. I've simply got no clue. Oh, you finished another chapter? You're struggling. You got this. Keep on going. Another chapter. This actually means that you're doing a chapter an hour, which if it's as painful as it sounds, is ridiculously impressive. Also, I just saw, Switch version has holding 2 items and all the DLC. Okay, so the Switch version is just, like, better. Like, mostly better. Right, then. Sorry, I'm looking at that middle section where that blue door goes, and I'm realising that... No, okay, that's fine. That is the outside. That's the one on the stairs. So, currently, everything is in red is something we can't access. So, I just got jump scared by James going down the stairs. Everything in red is something we cannot access because we need a new key or something. So, theoretically, we should only need the items that we have. And to see what items we have to go to a room where the items are, which is always a little bit scary. It's so hard playing this game because every time we end the stream, I feel kind of conceptually like I know what we need to do next, you know? Like, I need to find a way into that portrait area. Like, maybe I have to straight up explode it, I don't know. We've got to go back up to that area and get Forrest's gun from the hit movie Forrest Gump. That's how you're back. Wow, isn't that crazy? That's crazy, party. Welcome back. We're probably going to end the stream soon. Mainly because I'm not exactly at a dead end in this game right now. I'm just definitely at a point where to progress, I would have to head into one of these red areas. And that make me nervous. Yeah, it would have to be in a red area, wouldn't it? It's probably exploding the plant. Exploding the plant probably makes some good progress. I just can't even remember where that is right now. It's past the typewriter box, maybe? Fuck knows. Head empty. Head empty. And then also there's the emblem in here, but I can't remember if the emblem on the fireplace in this room, the fire emblem, one could say. I can't remember if we got that from somewhere else and put it there, or if that is just supposed to be there, and you're supposed to take it and put it somewhere else. Like, most of the areas where there's stuff empty now, I'm not really sure what to do, I guess. Because, like, that basement area in the bottom left, there was a door we definitely can't use because the mansion key's gone now. And the bit around the corner we definitely couldn't get to. So, I don't know if there was something else in that room we could pick up or what, why that's still red. There's probably a bunch of stuff outside that we've just ignored. There's definitely a lot of stuff in that right area. But, like, you see that gap there in sort of the middle of this floor, where there's the red door on the left that leads into an area that is just completely unexplored. Can you even imagine? Like, I bet that entire section is full. Like, so much of this map is left. And this is the first of 5 sections of this game. I'm pretty confident that those 2 arrows up top there, you see the ones that almost look more drawn on? I think those lead to, like, 2 of the new areas, which would make sense, I think. This game is bigger than I thought it was. I think I want to watch someone else play it, you know? Like, I definitely want to see more of this game, but I just don't think I have the patience personally. Particularly when I just use it as a, like, just chatting stream. You're curious about the gas room? I'm kind of curious about the gas room. You want to go check out the gas room? Let's go check out the gas room. I've just saved the game, so whatever we check out, unless we make progress, we just won't, like, save it again. So we'll just go check it out for the sheer joy and pleasure of having checked out the gas room. I also think I'm getting better at navigating when the camera changes, which is honestly one of the hardest parts of this game. The battle scene, your brain is done. Get a new brain. Get a new brain, you can do it. Right, okay. Let's head into the gas room. Because we have a lot of items now. Like, we'll read the inscription again and we'll see if we think any of our items would work. Because there's lots of, like, weaponry. Woe to those who disturb my sleep. There's a switch. No. Did your hand move? The sleeping knight. The sleeping knight. The sleeping knight. The sleeping knight. What about you? Are you sleeping? 2 of these knights are not sleeping. Something in this depression, but the grate's in the way and you can't reach it. What about the shields up here? It doesn't look like I can actually click on the shields. If I press the button, the room fills with smoke. Can I move these? Huh. Turns out I can just move them back. Where are you going, sir? So you can move back. Fuck. Okay, you're right, you have to move them in order of the photo. So that would be the one with the shield, the one with the axe, the one with the other thing, the one with the other thing. So that's the one with the shield. So we move shield. And then we move axe. And then we move... Right, let's leave the room and then we'll restart it from when they're all out, okay? We'll go from there. Oh, it's as good as Ember Badge or Burning Logo. These are things we could describe it as. Right, shield, axe, sword, spear. Okay, so... Shield... Okay. Shield? I can't believe I never thought of moving them. Shield. Axe. Sword, spear. And then we move sword. And then we move spear. Huh. Maybe it's axe, sword, shield, spear. So let's do axe, sword, shield, spear. So, hold on. I think it's maybe less the order that they're in and, like you say, what they're linked to. So if I push him back, who moves? If I... Oh. I think we did it. Okay. I guess that worked. We just pushed at them until they were all done. A mysterious box that I cannot carry. You know what I'll do? Fuck you. I'm gonna use this herb even though I don't need to. I'm already healthy, and now it's mine. I'm smart. I think that was more of a trash clever combined with me just pushing things until it worked. So you know, that's a good combo. I was the brawn. Trash was the brains. Which is a magical combo. The true combo. Try those sleepy nights out with all that moving around. Exactly. I walked into the room and they woke up. I disturbed them. So I had to put them back to sleep. I had to put them back into place. Wait, I should probably look at this box. What's in you? Design of the sun and the moon. On the plate says sunshine will awaken me. Oh, fuck. Can anyone remember a room with sunshine? It's kind of nighttime. Anyone else getting the vibe that it's just full on nighttime right now? Was there a room with like a sun emblem in it or something? Sunshine will awaken me? What the fuck are you talking about, buddy? My buddy, my pal. You're chatting shit right now. I simply don't know what you're saying. Sunshine will awaken me. Shut up. You'll awaken when I tell you to awaken. There was probably a room with a sun in it, wasn't there? I mean, there's a lot of rooms, to be fair. There's like several rooms. I'm also not really sure how this game works in terms of making a room red or green. Like, does a room become green when you've collected everything from within it? Or does a room become green when you've done it, you know? Because zombies have appeared in areas that are labelled as green. Which definitely implies that new stuff can happen in green areas. But that makes the game much harder. Because increasingly this map is mostly green. Which means that if there is a sun emblem in a room we've already been in, but we've gotten everything else out of that room, we will never find it again. Like, that is gone. Because I do not remember. Does a room become green when you've collected everything inside of it? That's just what I'm asking. Did we save, by the way? Oh, fuck. Does anyone remember if I saved? How many ribbons have I got left? 9, and I know I've got 3 in the box, and I also know I'm never playing this again. I'm gonna save. It just feels sad to never play this again. I feel like just now I'm beginning to enjoy it more. But I don't know if that's just because I'm clearly in a puzzle-solving mood, combined with the fact that I'm not listening to the eerie music. Like, it's way more of a comfortable way to play. Which is a shame, because I do not want to pick this game up again. Like, the feeling I get playing this game, or even gearing up to play it, is like this weird like nervousness and this like frozen feeling, like that I just want to sit here and look at a title screen rather than exploring. Like, exploring makes me nervous. Compare that to something where Death's Door. or Skyrim, where I'm actively really looking forward to beginning the playing again and the playing of the game. Like, I spend way less time in Death's Door on pause screens, and that's a puzzle-solving explorer game that's hard, you know? You can always continue from the mood anytime. Exactly. Maybe we can just come back to it in like 6 months, and I will have no idea what's going on. Like, let's do a little roleplay. Let's say that I load up the game and I'm here, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I immediately get confused whenever I walk, and this happens. I then forget which buttons open the menu. Eventually I figure out it's Y, and I'm like, okay, I've got a gun. Amazing. Nice, nice, nice. Amazing. Can't remember what to do with that. Don't know why I've got that. A box? Sunshine? Huh? Actually, that's not too confusing. I think about it now and I realise that we've left ourselves with a puzzle we need to solve, rather than puzzles we've solved and need to implement. So that's not terrible. Oh, 2 in the Midnight Streets. Why are we getting that one over and over again? Why do we keep getting that? I might play it again. It's just that, like, literally just in comparison to games like Death's Door that I just want to play more of, and when I'm playing it, I want to keep progressing. Resident Evil games make me feel really slow and nervous, and I don't know, I'm having more trouble with this one than with Resident Evil 7, because Resident Evil 7 at least felt, I don't know, it felt better in terms of progression. They mastered the formula, I think, with Resi 7. Just looking at streams, Twitch is recommending, and it's mostly Brawlers cooking, Mad Buddy Peach, Hey Step Bro. What the hell? It still horrifies me that this is what Twitch looks like for you. Hang on, let me open Twitch. Let's have a little look. What does Twitch think I want right now? Twitch thinks I want to watch RT Game, Point Crow, and Lil Simsy. Yeah, true. And then, to be fair, I do have a recommended channel called Bikini Bottoms Fanfic Night, but that doesn't actually look, that looks, oh, no, okay. There are 2 channels that, I swear to God, these things look identical. Hold on, this is feral. I'm sharing a screenshot of this, because this is absolutely wild. Hold on. Hold on, that's just silly. That's silly and goofy. Maybe I won't share a screenshot. I don't know how that works. Okay, I'll describe it. There's 2 recommended channels, one called Bikini Bottoms Fanfic Night, and one called Lewd Orca Chatting, Reddit Memes, Playing Tower of Fantasy Later, and Bikini Bottom Collab. Oh, that could explain it. Because, like, both of these channels are live, arguably doing separate things, and both of them are 3 like 3D models of people. So I presume it's like those streamers that are basically like a 3D model over who they are. 3 of them, and like they're all the same, just in like a different order. And they both got like 6,000 and 1,000 viewers each. We're not raiding. We are not raiding. Not because I don't trust this genre of Twitch. I don't trust whatever this is, where 2 separate recommended channels arguably are the same. What the fuck? There's like 3 of these channels. I think it's a collab, actually. Which would make sense. But, like, why is it recommending me, like, all 3 of these people? Huh? One of them is a lot more popular than the others. It's not like you ever get to play this again. You might even have more fun with it not on stream. Maybe. I don't know about that, though. Like, I think if I tried to play this on my own, I just wouldn't do it. Like, I don't think the nervousness is even like an on-stream thing of, like, this is the one game where I don't think it really feels like, oh god, people are gonna say that I'm really bad and I'm gonna cry. Like, it just, I feel immobilized by nervousness. Playing Genshin with Big Booba, part 232. We'd all watch that. That's not a lie, we'd do that. It's called Come Get Your Love. VTubers, that's the word. Thank you, Corvus. I knew it had a word. I was trying to, I was thinking like VR, but that's not right. Can I be your waifu making burgers? Listen, this is an all well and good, enjoyable hobby for some people. What I find feral is that Twitch will just recommend that to people who clearly are not interested. You know? like Twitch's ability to understand what its people, like what the people on its platform want and how they go about finding it is horrifying. Like, the Twitch algorithm for finding new streamers is just really shit. You're off to bed, good night. Good night, Corvus, thank you for hanging out. No power to them, but personally no thanks. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, these people are doing something that they enjoy, probably, hopefully, that is probably a job, probably, maybe, and it has an audience. It's just, like, Twitch is terrible at getting the right audience to the right people. People find their niche by, like, actively searching for it, you know? Like, no one's ever looked at recommended, like, I'm not looking at Hasanabi talking about student loan debt relief incoming and thinking, wow, I want to go check that out. No. Most of these are things I'm not interested in. And it's not even like it was doing a good job up here. Live channels it thinks I'll like. 2 of them I'm already following. One of them is associated with RT Game. Another one of them, in fact another 2 of them I watch on YouTube occasionally. And then one of them is kind of associated with Call Me Kevin. And then one of them is Moist Critical. So, you know, that is fair. But Twitch is bad. Okay. I am going to end the stream. I did save, right? I saved. I saved, right? I saved. I definitely saved. Twitch is like, no, not on our platform, and then egregiously promotes. Exactly. Twitch is just taking this standpoint where it's like, no, we don't encourage any kind of lewd or, like, we're a family-friendly platform. We would and then they just also, like, pick a stance. You're either supporting your creators that are very popular and making you a lot of money, Twitch, or you're not supporting them, and then stop recommending them to people that don't want it. Like, it's terrible. But yeah, like I said, I won't be able to stream on Saturday because I'm busy. I may do, like, a longer Wii U stream next week. But on Monday I will definitely be playing Death's Door. I say definitely? Let me triple check. Yes, I will definitely be playing Death's Door next Monday. And I look forward to that because we have the final of, like, the 3 big soul bosses, I think. But yeah, until then, thank you all for hanging out. It's actually been a longer one today. Not really on purpose, just generally with streaming, I hit a point about 1 hour 45 in where I'm like, okay, I'm tired now. I could probably do the finishing 2 hours. And if I ever go past that 2 hour mark, I feel fine. But that's probably just because I've hyped myself up and I'm also tired. But yeah, we'll be back next Monday with Death's Door. And for real this time, thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your week. And until then, XOXO. Go piss, girl.